off here with Raiders plus 8.5 in Detroit with the total set at 46 here for our Monday night game. I don't know what to do with the Raiders, Andy. Like, I really don't. And obviously Detroit's coming off a big loss to the Ravens. And now you're seeing 97% of the bets and 97% of the money on the Lions. Obviously, there's only 27,000 bets on this game right now, given that it's Thursday and the game happens Monday. But that just seems egregious. I'm not sure I've ever seen it won't happen, but we saw the Dolphins have around a 90% public backing this year, and they covered. So it's not like that's crazy, but with the way public's trending and how the Lions performed last week, it looks like there's a method to beating them. However, I don't think the Raiders have the personnel to do it, and that's why I would lean Lions.
I also lean Lions. I think this is a phenomenal teaser piece as well, but I already locked in a teaser, so I'm not going to just pair it with the Packers because I liked the Packers earlier. I love this as a bounce back spot for them too. They got embarrassed last week. If this team actually wants to be the contenders that people say they're going to be, if this team is going to be a hype offensive machine like people say they're going to be, then they should completely demolish this Raiders team that is so bad on defense despite besides Max Crosby, who's a beast. If this Raiders team is so bad, man, and I don't see how the Lions don't cover this number. What scares me is that everyone and their mother agrees with me. So maybe the hook gets them or something. I don't know. I lean them here. I'm not going to lock it in. This will be one that I wait until Monday to put any action on. But everything matchups wise, I love. Everything about this, I love. I think that's maybe what scares me away from actually putting money on it. Those are the ones that get you.
Yeah. The good thing here is we have a lot of time. It's on Monday, but these are just leans. There's a lot of things going on with this game with the backup quarterback situation for the Raiders, and I don't know, just the Lions and David Montgomery. I think he's back now. I'm not sure, but we can talk about that as the week goes on in Twitter and stuff. But this episode comes out every Friday, and we talk about the unique public betting trends that only we talk about and have. So thank you guys for tuning in and listening. And as always, let us know on Twitter, Reddit, YouTube, now that we post these to YouTube, what your comments are, what you think, if you want to hear things differently. But yeah, thanks for listening to us blabber about sports, and we'll see you next week when we talk about our wins. Right, Andy?
For sure. And be sure to check out our new UFC podcast, Pilsners and Prelims. You can catch myself and Rick on that podcast, releasing every Wednesday whenever there's a UFC card. So we had a preview out for UFC 294. Nothing this week because there's no UFC card, but we will have the UFC Sao Paulo card coming out on Wednesday. So take some of these winnings from NFL and start to get ready to put them on the UFC fight night. That's going to be in Brazil. It should be a lot of fun. And Rick and I our Sundays and Mondays are overloaded now with research since we record on Tuesday. So can't wait to hear y'all's reactions to that. I know a lot of people have been asking us for MMA content. Where had the UFC write-ups gone? Where has this been for UFC? Because we had a pretty big UFC presence last year and early this year. But we are back in podcast form. Be sure to find us on wherever you listen to your podcast, as well as on YouTube. Subscribe to Happy Hour Sports on YouTube. Hopefully you guys are watching us on YouTube right now, because I think DJ and I are both having a great air day. So be sure to check us out. Subscribe on YouTube. Give us a like. Give us any feedback you got. And last but not least, the boys bet better with beer.